decided to move forward, and anyways, we just want to let you know, I don't know how many years you've been working for it.
2009.
So it's hard to say in words what you've done for us,
Thank you.
because not only did you work, but the relationship that you've had with our children is probably way more meaningful to Scott and I than
Way more
actual
meaningful to
job.
me than the work too.
And we appreciate it. There were some days that you didn't feel like coming in.
Well,
But
lots
you
of
did.
those days, but it wasn't anybody's fault.
Yeah, but anyways, Dan, we just want to let you know
I
that
appreciate that.
we really appreciate what you've done
Thank you.
over the years. Anyways, we want to acknowledge.
Thank you.
So we have something for you.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Yes. And when you open it, I need to talk to you. So there's an explanation
Should I
that
open
goes.
it now?
You can. Yep. Yep.
And just the only thing I would like to say around Dan is, you know, Dan's my brother, and it's been, when we were younger, we might not have been able to work quite as easily together. But when we got older, it was really good, and he was really good at some of the detailed things that we wouldn't have been so much. So I really appreciated and valued what he did too as a contribution to us, because if he wasn't there, probably some of those things would not have got done that way. So really appreciate that, Dan.
Well,
It definitely feels like you're missing.
Yeah?
Yeah, we missed your little chats.
You missed my rants?
Yeah.
anyways, I think we should all toast
Yeah, that's great.
Dan.
Thank you.
Dan. Cheers. Cheers, everybody.
Everybody.
Well, I will talk to you after the supper. But I appreciate that, and not only that, but you realize when you quit working, everything you do up to that point determines what happens next. And if you find yourself in a situation where you've been miserable your whole life at work, you're probably going to be miserable when you retire, because you've developed that habit of being miserable. And I never looked forward to cleaning cages or 15 other jobs, but I always looked forward to seeing everybody. And that's really what kept me for all those years. 'Cause I did have a couple opportunities along the way, and I turned them down, primarily because I felt, and I'm not all malformed, but I really felt God had placed me there. To be able to get to know my nieces and nephews and find out what they're all about and all that kind of stuff, but also just to encourage them. Because I saw along the way that you guys didn't always understand the opportunity in front of you. I don't know if you do now, even to the full extent, probably not until you're there, but I just always believed that what Scott and Heather were doing was ultimately for your benefit. And it's not that they don't benefit, they do, and that's well deserved and well earned. But like any parent, I think, and some of you are parents now, so you know this, what you want most is for your kids to do well in life. You want your kids to thrive, you want them to be able to find their way, you want to have a good relationship with them and all those things. And Scott and Heather have tried their best to provide that for you, and you have done your part by stepping up and contributing and running the show when he's away, because it seems like he's away all the time now. But at the end of the day, my greatest joy, bar none, was watching you guys go from literally in high school. I mean, I think Chris might have been out of high school. 2009, you were out of high school, yeah. But I'm not sure you were. And I don't think Stephen was yet. And just to see the transformation as you become adults and found your own way in life, found your spouse, had a family, that has just been the most wonderful blessing for me to be able to be a part of that and watch you grow. And sometimes I feel like I should report more to your dad, because I sometimes think him being away, he doesn't get to see what I see. And I see how responsible you are. And I can tell you in life, being responsible, being disciplined to do those things that, boy, if Dad wasn't around, it'd be really easy to skimp on those things. And there was a time that was the case, maybe, like it is with all of us. But how many times do we argue? Come on, Sarah, we don't need to worry about that. No, Dad wouldn't like that. And just to watch that responsibility develop, to watch Chris grow and mature and step up. And I've had the closest working relationship with Sarah and Chris, so I've seen that more. But Cassie and Steve, to see what you cultivated there with your 3 boys and a girl, and just following in your mom and dad's footsteps and having a good sized family, and Stephen to just be his own man and be an engineer, which is no small feat. All of it, I gotta tell you guys, I couldn't be prouder of what you've all accomplished. And not only you guys, but Aaron and Andrew, I've watched you guys too, and it's not easy always being part of a family business. It really isn't. Because the fact of the matter is, and this, whether you've acknowledged it or Scott's acknowledged it or Heather, it's the facts and you might as well know it. Family matters first, it just does. But the good news for you is, I've been around a number of family businesses. And not only did family matter first, only family matters. And that isn't how Scott and Heather have proceeded. They value, and I don't want to speak for them, but at the same time, I want you to know the words that they say every Christmas, how much they appreciate it. I hope you know they genuinely do. They appreciate the fact that you come and they can count on you, that you step up. Andrew, you ran that barn down in Strathroy, no supervision for the most part, other than a few conversations here and there with Scott. Did a great job. Aaron, you've stepped up in the new barn and have more responsibilities than you had before. And all of that has made a big difference for Scott and Heather. The simple fact that he can be away as often as he is. And really and truly, he may whine and complain when he gets back because this wasn't done or that wasn't done. But he knows as well as you and I do. He knows as well as you and I do that you guys do a great job. And I really respect you all for the contribution you've made. And just for the privilege of working with you, getting to know you, watching you develop, I can't say any more than I'm just tremendously satisfied with what I've seen. And for Scott and Heather, when you said what year was it, or how long was it, 2009, I think the first job I did, it was only supposed to be a job that you needed some help with something, and asked if I could help you, and I said, yeah, I wasn't doing anything. I said, yeah, I can help you. Never intended it being a job, and I'm not sure Scott did either, but it just seemed like there was always something else that needed to be done, something else that needed to be done, and so I never left. But I want you to know I never took for granted the job. There are a lot of farmers out there. I see the ads they put in the newspaper and put different places, and they want to pay the least amount they possibly can. You guys were always good to me. You were always generous and supportive. Doesn't matter about the times we disagree, because that's just part of life. But overall, I look past all of those times and go, thank you. Because you provided for not just me, but my family and my kids and my wife, and just really appreciate all your stuff. Thanks, Dan.